Alright, so my name's Bo. I'm a 20-year-old and I'm building $1 million AI agency. And pretty much in this video, I want to share the kind of backstory and where I've gone from starting the agency to now. I just want to share that whole in-between bit that I am not documenting. I wasn't documenting, and which now I am documenting, as you can see. And I did a video yesterday, which was my first documenting video, and I'm going to be making these videos more and more often. And just to let you know, so these videos are very straightforward. I'm not allowed to cut anything out. I'm not allowed to do any retakes. So we're just gonna spitball. If I have to think of something, I have to think of something. So let's start back when I started my agency. So I first started this agency as a kind of like a filmmaking social media agency. So I saw I forgot his name, but I saw Cameron, I think it was Cameron something, his videos, and he was documenting his journey of starting and getting his first client with a social media agency. And he went around to all these dealerships and asked to film social media videos. I was like, oh, this is perfect for me, because I got a film background. So I've always been doing film, I've been doing social media, and I got a bit of background in that. So I was like, okay, well, I want to do a business, because I did a business when I was 16. I've done a few other things, but I want to do a business, and this sounds like it suits me. So I'm going to start doing that. And then I start to build it up. I start to come up with some offers. Coming up with all this stuff. I actually do some cold outreach, where I went to like a market and I went to all these jewelry places, and I went up to them and I was shitting myself, but I asked them if I could film them a free video. Turns out none of them, I filmed 2 videos, but none of them like actually cared and never posted it, but oh well. Then from there, one day randomly, I just came across a video from Carson Reed about this AI agency, and he was building it in 7 days. Turns out this video is fake, but I watched it and the model just really spoke to me, and it made sense in my mind. So I was like, this is the first time I've ever really heard, like, I knew AI agency, and with the social media agency, I was incorporating Make and all that, but I didn't actually, I didn't really know much about marketing agencies with paid ads and stuff like that fully. So I started to go down a rabbit hole, and then I booked a call with them, and I got into the mentorship, which was a lot of money. So I think I saw the screenshot today. It was 7.6k Australian dollars, which was pretty. So I originally was working at a nursing home, and I was making decent money there, but I had a decent amount of savings. I had like 12k on my savings, and pretty much maybe a little bit less than 12k, but pretty much a lot of that money I had in my savings went into this course, because I was like, fuck it, this makes sense, I'm gonna do it. Turns out they don't actually even have ever had an AI agency, but I don't fully regret buying this course, because it did get me on the right track, and it did make a really big financial investment that I am working harder than ever now, as well as it taught me a lot of the basics that I missed from just watching YouTube videos and stuff. So I don't think I would be where I am right now if I didn't buy that course. But I bought that course, and I, was learning and started building this agency. Started with real estate, and then I got around 2 days into the niche, so I'm building it up, and I was like, this ain't for me. I don't really know much about real estate, so I ended up switching to a kind of similar niche, where we went with custom home builders, because I had family friends that had custom home builders, and I was told to do something that had relations in would be the best that I could reach out to. But turns out, funny story, we lost the connections, like some shit went down and we lost the connections with the family friends. So that built off, and then I was with this niche that I didn't really know about. I didn't know too much about, but I was learning, and I built everything up. I started to create my funnel. I started to learn all these different things, and then once I was ready, a guy reached out to me from the mastermind, and what he said, so he pretty much, at first I thought it was just like a call he wanted to do. Alright, sorry about that. I ran out of storage on my phone again, which I've been trying trying to cut down on shit today. But anyways, so where I was up to, so I met this guy and we hopped on a call and he kind of went over what I was doing, and he just kind of helped me critique some of the stuff I was doing, and he was asking, and I have started cold calling at this stage for a few days, which was something I'd never done. I can never really talk to people on calls, but I started to get better at it and started doing more. But then what he was kind of saying is just, you should just do ads, if you got the money. And then he pitched me for him to help out with me, which was a good deal. We got into that. It was a lot of money, and I probably wouldn't do it if I was going to do it again. It was like, it was like 800 away, and then plus ad spend. So it turned out to be a lot, but he helped me out, and he helped me set, because he was originally going with home builders, so he helped me set up a bunch of the shit that he's already set up, and then he helped me with my ads and running them for the first time, which was cool. And we did get a decent amount of results coming in. I took a few sales calls. We got a bunch of leads that I should have followed up with better, but I did follow up with, and I was doing appointment setting. I was calling the leads up every night, trying to get them on the calls, which I was getting better at, and I was actually really enjoying that part of it, and I still do. And then I was taking these sales calls, which I've never taken a sales call in my life. I think my first sales call, I didn't say a word, and the guy hopped on and helped me out. But we didn't end up closing anyone at the end of it. So we didn't end up closing anyone, and I ran out of money for ad spend. And this is when I had to do this with him. I had to pull out money out of my investment accounts and anywhere I could find, really. And I ended up, and now, like, for the past little while, I've been pretty dead broke. And I do, like, while he did help out a lot and his service was good, it's just, like, I was too broke for it, and I probably should have kept some money and done it. I probably learned it myself, but once again, you live and you learn, so it was alright. But anyways, I moved on. So from then I had to cut that, and then I moved on, and I decided to switch niche. No, so I start first by creating content and like cold outreaching to custom home builders, because I had no more ad spend money, and I slowly stopped getting calls in, so it was getting really dry. I was just trying to make this content work, and it just wasn't really working, because custom home builders don't really watch content. So then I was like, okay, I need to do something. So I switched to online coaches for a few reasons, because I was a coach when I was younger. So I mean, it's not completely the same, but I was a parkour coach. So I kind of get how the industry works, and I understand how the industry works in general more than custom home building, as well as I really enjoy the fitness industry. So custom home building is really cool. Fitness coaching is really cool, because I go to the gym. It just made sense because the clients are more like me, and they're probably easier to talk to. And like, it made sense too, because then I can create content for them, and it's a better channel that I'm more skilled with to get them without cold calling or cold calling. And because I'm going for an American audience, I was cold calling like late at night, so it was hard. But anyways, fast forward to now. So I switched to online coaching for that, and a few reasons. Like, the sales cycle for custom home builders is way too long to get results for testimonials, and I was just like, online coaches are going to work better for me. So I switched. I spent a good I think a week or two just grinding out, switching over all my funnels, all my automations, all my systems, and doing all that. And I really try to go fast and do it, which was good. I got that done. And then recently, so this is the past kind of few weeks now, I've just been I joined this group with a bunch of guys from the mastermind, and that left they were from the mastermind, and they realized it was kind of it's kind of a scam. So it wasn't a great mentorship, because they both the people hadn't owned an agency before, and they were saying they did. So Anyways, they were both from there, and they were giving out free sauce in their group, and I joined them, and I've talked to them before, but I hadn't really talked to them, and now I'm starting to really kind of talk to them and get to know everyone inside that group, which is really cool. And from that, I've started cold out DMing online coaches, and I actually got one onto a podcast. So I do this podcast method where I get them onto a podcast, and then I pitch at the end of the podcast. And it also creates content for me and them, and just creates relationships and puts me kind of as an authority. So I've been creating a bunch of content, a bunch of YouTube videos, a bunch of short form videos, been posting one a day. I had a sales call the other night from a DM, which I wasn't able to close, which is my first sales call with an online coach. I was very close to closing it. At the moment, my kind of goals are with the business is to get that first deal over the line, keep creating content and authority kind of in the space. And then very soon I want to launch my paid ads. So I've been saving up on the side. I got around, I think, $1,000 AUD at the moment, and I've asked for Christmas to get some ad spend money so I can spend it on ads and then start again. But that's pretty much where I'm at with the business. So thanks for watching. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.